Hi everyone, we're back and we're featuring now the second match of our top 8 here at the 3rd Singapore Open. Going to be played between Benjamin Tan and Harrold Khoo. Once again, I'm joined with Alan here. Welcome back, Alan.
Hello. Both Benjamin and Harrold are local faces around Singapore for quite some time, and that as shown on stream yesterday, Benjamin team is a very niche kind of team where it's like very anti-meta, and facing off against the correct team can be very overwhelming.
Yeah, Benjamin's team probably the most interesting we have here today actually. I believe it doesn't actually have any of the Tapu Pokemon on it. Instead, pivoting itself around a few big common threats in the metagame, although pieced together in a way that isn't exactly what you would expect.
Yeah. It runs with the combination of a Bravery and the Scarf Garchomp for fast Earthquake and Tailwind support, followed by Bravery's Z move with the Supersonic Sky Strike.
It's definitely a very strong core that I think some players have acknowledged to be a pretty good anti-meta pick against most of the teams these days that tend to pivot around Arcanine. Although some players have played it down as a best of one gimmick, Benjamin is showing here that it's a bit more than that, having carried him so far in this best of 3 tournament. Believe the names and the teams on stream are not quite what both players are using. Take a while for us to remedy that, but yeah, I think on the bottom, in that small box there, you can kind of see what both players pack. Harrold having Mandibuzz, Garchomp, Arcanine, Porygon 2, Snorlax, and Tapu Lele.
And for Benjamin, he has the Arcanine, Garchomp, Buzzwole, Gigalith, Nihilego, and the Braviary.
Yeah. Surprisingly, we actually saw some of Benjamin's team yesterday, and his Nihilego isn't running a Focus Sash, so not quite your usual Nihilego, Gigalith, very unorthodox Trick Room core. Possibly having Trick Room there, but with the Focus Sash, it's a lot less safe a combination. So very interesting to see how Benjamin's going to play this out. Harrow's team looking very standard, so I have to imagine that Benjamin actually has some sort of game plan figured out here.
As we do see the Nihilego, Gigalith from Benjamin's side, and the Arcanine and Tapu Lele on Harrow's side.
The Nihilego and Gigalith looking surprisingly aesthetically compatible there with Gigalith shiny.
Yes.
So there is the possibility of the Trick Room play, but I think Harrold at this point is probably going to be a bit more afraid of the possibility of either a Power Gem or Sludge Bomb coming off the Nihilego now and possibly snowballing into a Beast Boost.
Yes, and that Nihilego, as we know that it is a Life Orb variant, a Psychic will actually easily take it out if Tapu Lele were to not be targeted here.
Yeah, that's the problem with playing Nihilego. You can knock out a lot of things, but you usually have to kind of choose one over the other and make what feels like 50-50 play sometimes. Like in this case, it's too early in the game to really evaluate your board position effectively. You might want to preserve Nihilego for a bit later in the game, but okay. We see that Benjamin chooses to go for the Power Gem and Harrold not choosing to protect any of his Pokemon. And Arcanine survives.
Yes, but however takes a lot of damage, but will recover back with the Pinch Berry.
Yeah, so no Beast Boost for Harrold here, and he might actually be able to just get off a Psychic onto the Nihilego, taking it out. Looks like that's going to happen, and we're going to see Nihilego fall. It's special defense boost from Sandstorm, not quite enough to save it from the powerful psychic type attacks of Tapu Lele.
Yes, and
boosted
right
by
now,
the Life Orb nonetheless.
Yes. Harrold go for the Snarl, expecting the Nihilego to survive, which it didn't. But then now Benjamin will go for Curse there, boosting his defense and bringing his attack back to neutral.
Not sure how much Curse will do actually for him here in this situation. He has no option to set up Trick Room anymore at this point. It's just going to make Gigalith slightly slower. And Tapu Lele is still going to do a lot of damage to it under Psychic Terrain right now. Especially with Benjamin having no way to reverse the terrain.
However, Benjamin does carry the Braviary there with the potential, with the Z move to knock out the Tapu Lele here. Arcanine also does have the potential close combat here that may threaten the Gigalith. However, with +1 defense, Benjamin should feel a bit safer here, staying in with Gigalith.
Bravery coming in a bit too late for Benjamin. He probably wanted it on the field as Arcanine came in to get a Defiant boost. Although still going to pose a significant threat with its very powerful Supersonic Sky Strike coming off more than 120 base attack, I believe. Harrold definitely being forced on the defensive here with Bravery on the field. Although he chooses to stay in with both his Mons, and Benjamin goes for Tailwind instead of an attack. This could be big for Harrold should he capitalize on his turn well enough.
Psychic does go into the Braviary and taking it out thanks to the Psychic Terrain.
Bit of a tight spot for Benjamin here. Now, he has Tailwind up, but Gigalith is not going to be benefiting from Tailwind much at all. And both Buzzwole and Okay, he could have Baswo or Garchomp in the back, or Arcanine as well at this point, and
Heavy Slam does come out onto the Tapu Lele, but with neutral attack, and it does take out a Tapu Lele thanks to the chip damage that that Tapu Lele has gotten from the Sandstorm and the Life Orb.
Yeah, but Harrold still has another 2 mons at the back we haven't seen yet, and I can't imagine any of Benjamin's Pokemon being too hot at this point. Baswo is not going to be able to, not going to want to face off against an Arcanine that could switch in and out.
And Garchomp does has Earthquake, but it will hurt Gigalith as well. Baswo does come in from Benjamin's side of the field, and Harrold sends in Garchomp.
Harrold looking pretty good right now. He just needs to get his Arcanine back off the field and out of the field and back in again to kind of neuter Baswo. And Garchomp has to be wary now that Baswo has the tailwind up, since it could outspeed Garchomp and go for an Ice Punch. But yeah, actually Benjamin's not totally out of the woods yet. If he plays this right, and Harrold falls into his trap, Baswo could carry him really far. Yes. But doesn't look like that's gonna happen. We see Benjamin going for, Harrold switching in Snorlax into the Garchomp slot, and
the Flipbeats does come out from the Arcanine, presumably into the Baswo.
I think that'll be enough to just take Baswo out. No, not quite.
But thanks to Baswo's natural bulk, it does survive, and showing that Benjamin's Arcanine is not very bulky.
Well, Arcanine really fortunately avoiding that Rock Slide there. Would have taken it out cleanly had it hit.
However, right now Baswo does have the option to choose to kill either Baswo or the Snorlax, and Benjamin hasn't burned his Z move yet, so the Z move might go into the Snorlax here to ensure the kill. And if Garchomp were to switch in here, Garchomp will also go down.
I guess, yeah, Benjamin has no real reason to preserve his Z move anymore, despite the paltry 45 base damage it will be doing to Arcanine, seeming like a bit of a waste, since Snorlax is already Snorlax's health has already been brought down so far. But I think he once again has to pick his target carefully here. Baswo can only take out one Pokemon at the moment, and both Arcanine and Snorlax, should they choose still be alive after Baswo's attack, both have the ability to take Baswo out at this range, I think.
Yes.
And both are going to be faster than Gigalith even with the Tailwind up, so
Arcanine chooses to protect here. However, surviving one more turn, and the Poison Jab does go into the Arcanine, so saving it from getting a Beast Boost.
Yeah, Harrold playing this turn out perfectly, really. Being able to preserve his Arcanine, and at the same time, I think you're going to see high horsepower into Gigalith instead of return into Baswo as I was anticipating. But I guess, is Tailwind going to expire this turn?
No, one more turn of Tailwind.
Then not really sure what he's going for there. Probably should have prioritized taking on the Baswo since he has Garchomp to clean up the game cleanly. Clean up Gigalith cleanly later on in the game.
And Sandstorm, and the Sandstorm should subside this turn. So even if Harrold goes for the extreme speed here, it shouldn't be enough, and there wouldn't be Sandstorm to take out the Baswo next turn. So Harrold is really in quite a tight spot here, especially with Gigalith at +2 defense.
Okay, we are going to see Baswo go for the Poison Jab again. This time going to connect with the Arcanine, which I think will take it out.
However, will Harrold target into the Baswo slot?
Yeah, I think targeting into the Baswo slot this turn would pretty much seal off the game for sure, but instead he goes for his own curse.
Which is very questionable at this point.
You kind of wonder why he's just not going for the Baswo right now and locking Gigalith in for that end game, because Garchomp faces off against Gigalith so well. I don't think 2 curses would be enough to save Gigalith from Garchomp even.
Gigalith is at +3 right now.
Yeah.
And +2 attack, and Sandstorm does subside, and Tailwind does peter out.
So not totally bad for Harrold, since Tailwind is now down. Benjamin has no means of resetting it, and he can bring his Garchomp in safely. Garchomp, although typically not enjoying facing off against Baswo, at this point I think should be able to win out one-on-one.
Should be able to clean up the Baswo now, and Snorlax can just go for the high horsepower onto the Gigalith. And with Snorlax having Curse, it can also boost out its defense, matching Gigalith's own bulkiness.
Yeah, I think the good thing at this point for Harrold is still that Snorlax is gonna win this matchup one-on-one now that Sandstorm is down and
won't be receiving the chip damage.
Yeah.
And Snorlax does also potentially carry the Recycle here, which can also heal back if it gets chipped down below 50%.
Okay, we do see Garchomp going for the Rock Slide. It's gonna connect with Baswo, hopefully for Harrold. Yep, it does, but is it gonna take it out at this point? I don't think so.
Not enough.
Not quite enough, but
Baswo unfortunately flinches here, and Harrold does get another curse up.
Not totally hopeless for actually no, it's not. I was gonna say that had Benjamin been able to go for the Ice Punch, he could have
get another Beast Boost.
Yeah, taken out Garchomp, but at the same time I think Rough Skin damage would actually take him out cleanly at this point. Looks like just the right amount.
However, the Baswo still has the Z move yet, and can go for the Z move instead and not get a recoil.
That's true, but then again, Garchomp will be able to pin it down next turn with another Rock Slide, so
So right now,
bit of a tight spot that Benjamin's played himself into, and
Baswo does
yeah,
go
I
down
don't think
here
the flinch mattered too much in that sense.
in a way.
Yeah, Baswo goes down anyway this turn as we anticipated earlier, and Snorlax looks like it's working towards sealing off its the end game right now very confidently.
Yeah. Even with a plus 4 defense here, Gigalith doesn't stand a chance against a boosted Snorlax and the Garchomp.
It'll be interesting to see how Harrold chooses to play his endgame out here though. He could opt to perhaps boost his own Garchomp if he has the Sword Stance option, but kind of wonder whether it's really worth revealing that kind of information at this point in the game, since
especially this best of 3 game, and this is only the first game.
Yeah, since Snorlax would be able to close it off. But
Harrold does reveal the Sword Stance, so proving that Benjamin's boosting is ineffective and that he can match his own.
Question now is if he chooses to go all in with the Tectonic Rage next turn. Bit of unnecessary information there, but whatever works for Harrold, I guess. Yeah, he already has his game locked,
Yep.
I would say, anyway. Yeah, Heavy Slam going to Garchomp, but Rough Skin doing so much back in return, and going to proc the Wiki Berry, but I think Benjamin's Gigalith is still very much pinned down by this now boosted Garchomp and the boosted Snorlax as well.
With the berry.
Yeah. Kind of unnecessary information revealed then. Both with this Tectonic Rage and the berry earlier. If I were Benjamin, I think I'd be moving on to game 2 and trying to figure out my game plan. But
perhaps Benjamin wants to fish out for more information.
Yeah, whatever works for them, I guess. Perhaps they already know. They both know that they know each other's teams enough about each other's teams at this point. Benjamin having gone on stream earlier, and I believe both Benjamin and Harrold being friends in real life. Perhaps there is no information to be concealed really. Okay, so with that Tectonic Rage, Harrold's going to take the first game of the set, and Benjamin's going to have to rethink his strategy, really. Do you think he simply made the wrong call on turn 1 by trying to take out the Arcanine with Nihilego instead of Tapu Lele?
Yes, indeed, because like it's safe to be assumed that most Arcanine nowadays are the more of the bulky variants and run the Pinch Berry there. You really don't want to power jam into a Pinch Berry and hitting it back, like rendering your attack useless, as it will heal back most of the damage done there. Tapu Lele is so much more of a safer kill, as Tapu Lele does provide the offensive pressure under the psychic terrain, and thanks to the Sandstorm that Gigalith provides, it might actually slowly chip down Tapu Lele there and taking it out. And with the life up that Harrold's Tapu Lele carried, it will really go down very quickly right there.
The Sandstorm there is a good point. Perhaps he should have just waited one turn, protecting with Nihilego, bringing both Arcanine and Tapu Lele closer to a KO there, which would have been a much safer play to make, since both Tapu Lele and Arcanine aren't particularly able to use any game-changing like speed control options. Arcanine has Bulldoze as an option, but it's not going to be hitting Nihilego after behind the protect.
Yes, and that Harrold has already revealed all 4 moves of his Arcanine, which is the Flare Blitz, Protect, Snarl, and the Assume Action Speed.
Okay, and we're starting game 2 now. Benjamin has brought both Garchomp and Bravery, and Harrold seems to have fallen into that trap, bringing his own Arcanine and Garchomp here. We know that Benjamin's Garchomp is holding the Choice Scarf, and that Harrold's isn't, since we saw Tectonic Rage last game. So
Harrold might be
really pinned down right now by the Bravery, actually, of all things. Garchomp not as much of a threat since it has been intimidated. Still, nonetheless, a big one. Earthquake is still going to do a lot of damage to Arcanine. But Harrold has to be really careful about what Bravery is going to do now. Since Bravery could choose to go for either a Supersonic Sky Strike, which would do a lot of damage to whatever Harrold brings in, or should Harrold play too defensively, Benjamin could capitalize on that with a Tailwind.
Right now, Harrold really Harrold is in a very tight spot here, and it will be assumed that you want to kill out the Bravery as soon as possible because of the offensive presence it provides.
Yeah, we do see Harrold switching out his own Garchomp there, and he's going to bring in his Tapu Lele. Bit of a risky switching, given that Tapu Lele isn't exactly the bulkiest Pokemon physically. But we have to see what he's going to be doing here. Earthquake is going to come off. That's going to do a lot of damage to both Tapu Lele and Arcanine here. Good indication of how bulky Harrold's Tapu Lele is too. Taking less than half, so probably quite a lot of physical defense there. And unfortunately for Harrold, Benjamin's going to get out the Tailwind right now, and Flare Blitz from Arcanine coming off, but I don't think that's going to be enough to pick off Bravery or anywhere close, enough.
For in Extreme Speed kill range.
Yeah. Although the recall does proc his Berry, which I think would allow Arcanine to take one more Earthquake, but not really sure that's what he wants to be doing right now.
However, Harrold is still getting pinned down by the +1 Braviary with the Z move, and both, unless Tapu Lele however, Tapu Lele is not a choice card variant and will not be able to outspeed both the Garchomp and the Braviary thanks to Tailwind.
Yeah, Harrow's still in a really tight spot. That switch last turn not really achieving anything for him at all, except allowing Benjamin to perhaps gain more momentum. Both Tapu Lele and Arcanine are still very, very heavily pinned down by the offensive options Benjamin has, and really hard to see how Harrow is going to overcome this, apart from perhaps some lucky protects here.
Garchomp does go for another Earthquake, which both Benjamin Pokemon can take here, as it has been shown earlier, but will Harrow double target into the Braviary slot?
I have to imagine he'd fire at least one attack into the Garchomp, which is going to be Tapu Lele's Psychic. Under Psychic Terrain, is that going to be enough?
Yes, it will be.
Not even needing Moonblast to pick off that KO. One very big threat for Harrow off the field, but Tailwind still up, not exactly
The most
comfortable yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Harrow now feels that he really wants to preserve his Garchomp for the late game, which is probably why he switched it out earlier, deciding that Arcanine and Tapu Lele were a bit more disposable.
However, now Nihilego comes in and is free to pick off any of the Pokemon on the field, which will allow it to get a Beast Boost and start to snowball.
I think one very crucial factor in this game now would be whether Benjamin's Nihilego has Hidden Power Ice, because that would make Garchomp's life a lot more difficult, but if it doesn't, I don't think the Beast Boost it's going to be able to pick up now would save it. It is going to get its first Beast Boost here though, taking out Harrow's Tapu Lele. Benjamin calling the protects from Harrow's side very well. Although, come to think of it, there wasn't really much to call. He just had to choose one target with Nihilego and one target with Braviary. Yeah, with Bravebird not even choosing to use his Supersonic Sky Strike as we've seen yesterday.
Perhaps preserving its Z move for the Buzzword at the back.
We do see Harrow bring out Snorlax now, though not exactly the
best thing to bring here, because Braviary still have the +1 and Braviary does carry the potential superpower here.
Not too bad though, I guess, but I'm not really sure whether Snorlax can take a Supersonic Sky Strike from Braviary or, like you said, Superpower. Nihilego moving first means that Benjamin would probably be able to get some damage off onto Snorlax and bring Snorlax into a definite KO
or
range.
either that he will just want to kill off the Arcanine and getting a second Beast Boost will bring it to +2.
Yeah, okay, we are going to see Power Gem come off here. I think is it going to take out Arcanine? It is, and if Snorlax doesn't fall this turn, Harrow could very well take out Nihilego with a high horsepower. So
it's quite unfortunate that if you assume last turn that when Harrow goes for the extreme speed onto the Braviary will actually kill itself with the Brave Bird Recoil.
Yeah, very, very close there. We are going to see Supersonic Sky Strike now at +1 attack. I'm really not sure whether this is enough, and this could very well seal the outcome of this game here.
And now we shall see when Braviary takes it into the air.
Gonna come down on that Snorlax hard, but is it gonna be enough? Snorlax a really bulky Pokemon, and if it barely survives, which is not going to, could have healed back and slowly chipped away at Benjamin's team further. Garchomp gonna come back in now, and I think Benjamin might actually be forced to reveal the Hidden Power Ice now, since even at +2, I don't think Power Gem and Sludge Bomb are gonna quite cut it.
As Garchomp resists both of Nihilego's step.
Yep, and Harrow just really could just pray and press Rock Slide, I guess. But
it does reveal the Hidden Power Ice onto the Garchomp, taking it out cleanly and bringing it to a +3 special attack.
Probably good information to Harrow for Harrow to keep in mind going to game 3. Now knowing that Trick Room is probably not an option. We've seen Power Gem, Sludge Bomb, and Hidden Power Ice, and I think Protect at some point either yesterday or today. So kind of ruling out that Trick Room Gigalith option might make Harrow a bit more confident to bring his own Trick Room mode.
Yep, and it's also good to note that at +1 Braviary Supersonic Sky Strike can take out Snorlax, so Harrow might actually not sacrifice Snorlax so needlessly.
Very crucial turn of events there, and I think Harrow's really not going to be bringing Arcanine at all into this game 3. We saw how badly it went in game 2 earlier, and frankly I'm not really sure why he would bring Arcanine into this match in the first place. Looking at why he would lead with Arcanine in the first place, looking at most of Benjamin's team. There are a lot of things on Benjamin's team that deter Arcanine really strongly.
Choice Scarf Garchomp, for example. Defiant Braviary.
Nihilego and Gigalith as well. Both mons Arcanine does not enjoy facing. I can see why he would have brought Arcanine just for the Buzzwole, but at the same time, Tapu Lele kind of covers that, and I don't think Harrow really wants to lead with Arcanine with so many threats to it on Benjamin's team.
Going on to a game 3, and this will decide the outcome who will move on to the top 4 here.
I think the lead matchup is going to be very important, as we saw earlier. Should Benjamin be able to maneuver himself into that, rather score that favorable lead matchup, things could snowball very, very quickly in this game. That's the nature of Benjamin's team. We saw how it ripped apart his opponent yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, just because he had a very good lead matchup. But
I
Harrold
will
going for
just see
Arcanine and
Arcanine
Garchomp and Garchomp again. Is he going to walk straight into the Bravery and Garchomp lead? He is. Really wonder what he was thinking there, leading Arcanine in now. Intimidate is going to go off, and that's going to trigger Defiant once again, boosting Benjamin's Bravery's attack stat by 1 stage. Slightly weakening Garchomp as well, but as we saw last game, not exactly enough to really turn things around.
However, how will Harrold adapt this time, knowing what happened in game 2?
Yeah, getting off a Rock Slide now with Garchomp actually might be a lot more beneficial than switching it out. We do see Harrold keep in his Garchomp, so probably going to try for something like that. Because I think Flare Blitz and Rock Slide might actually be enough to take out Bravery.
Even at -1. Rock Slide does come out, but Garchomp avoids the attack.
Gonna be hitting Bravery hard for super effective damage. Probably not gonna take it out though.
Will get a flinch there. Will it get a flinch?
Flinch would be good for him.
And
He does get the flinch.
And Flare Blitz will go into the Bravery here, taking it out.
Harrold somehow working his way through this very disadvantageous lead matchup there. Definitely playing to his best out there. Gotta commend him for that.
And it will
though getting very lucky with the flinch, I must say. Not quite enough to proc the berry though.
Almost.
Unfortunate for him.
Nihilego does hit the field here, and with the Hidden Power Ice revealed, Harrold would like to preserve his Garchomp right now.
But the interesting thing though is I think we saw that Benjamin went for Earthquake last turn with his Garchomp, and we know that his Garchomp is holding the Choice Scarf, so he's either going to have to protect Nihilego this turn or switch out Garchomp, which he does do here, and bring in his own Buzz Wall. So how Harrold plays this could completely turn things around again. He's going to protect Garchomp, so if Benjamin chooses to go for Power Gem or Sludge Bomb into Arcanine, he's going to be feeling pretty good about himself right now. But I think Harrold willingly recognizing that possibility that he could sacrifice Arcanine and going for Extreme Speed instead of to ensure some damage off, instead of going for a more powerful
and getting
move.
a free switch in later on.
Yeah, and fortunately for Harrold as well, Benjamin chooses to go for Hidden Power Ice onto Garchomp, so Arcanine lives to fight another turn.
Oh,
yeah.
Arcanine going for the Extreme Speed into the Garchomp slot and trying to trigger the rough skin there so that it can proc the berry.
Definitely a possibility, but I think we've actually seen yesterday that Benjamin's Garchomp has Sandveil
instead,
dodging an Ice Beam from Porygon 2, which is yeah, something Harrold probably didn't expect. But I don't think we're going to be able to see it play out in this game as well, since Gigalith
isn't going
to be making its presence on the field.
Garchomp does switches out and preserving it for later on. Porygon 2 does switch in to take the incoming attack. However, if Benjamin had caught that read, Porygon 2 will take a fighting move into the Buzzwole. However, Buzzwole does switches out into the Garchomp.
Yeah, and Garchomp really switching out just to reset its move, since it really wanted to be on the field. Rather, it really wants to be facing off against both Arcanine and a slower Garchomp. Just not with Earthquake, locked into Earthquake with that going to its partner Nihilego here.
Blitz does come out here, and it will proc Arcanine's berry.
The recall damage not being enough to take out Arcanine, largely due to the lack of rough skin, but being just enough to bring Arcanine into that range where its Pinch Berry would trigger, and making Arcanine, letting Arcanine sit there very healthily right now.
Right now, Harrold has the option to go for the Trick Room here, as Garchomp is lower than both of Benjamin's Nihilego and Garchomp here.
I'm not really sure whether he really wants to go for the Trick Room though, since that would make his matchup against Buzzwole a bit sketchier, since Arcanine seems to be his main out in this case. He is going for the Extreme Speed onto Garchomp again though, a bit more confident now knowing that Garchomp doesn't have rough skin. And Garchomp going for a Rock Slide, but Arcanine avoiding that. Probably huge unless he chooses to go for Power Gem this turn, which he does. And probably going to take Arcanine out, I think.
Yep, and we'll get a Beast Boost this turn.
Yeah, but depending on what Harrold went for with Porygon 2, this could, he probably is going to be able to recover. Are we going to see a Trick Room here? If he does, if he is able to get out of the Trick Room and send his Snorlax, that would be big, but
Ice Beam does come out and takes out the Garchomp. Harrold's last Pokemon will be very huge here in this matchup, because if it's the Snorlax, it will get pinned down by the Buzzwole. However, if it's like the Tapu Lele, it will get pinned down by the Nihilego.
Yeah, Harrold in a really tight spot here regardless actually. I'm really not sure what his I'm not really sure what his out would be against Buzzwole, since no matter what he has in the back, it's going to be pinned down in some way. Buzzwole has Poison Jab as well, and that Tapu Lele is not going to enjoy taking that in under Trick Room.
And Nihilego is already at +1, so it is very I would say Harrold have to make the right call here in order to play out this game.
Garchomp now is in a really tight spot since it's pinned down by both Basso and Nihiligo. We've seen that Nihiligo has hidden power ice, which is gonna hit now, and he couldn't exactly just set up Trick Room and attack with Garchomp since Basso has Ice Punch probably in its arsenal as well. Nihiligo gonna get second Beast Boost now, going with after the hidden power onto Garchomp, getting things spiraling out of control really quickly, and we do see Superpower come off into Porygon 2. I think that's gonna be enough to take it out, and gonna be really tough for Harrold to come back right now after regardless of what he has in the last slot. Really, it's hard to find a Pokemon that enjoys taking on both Basso and Nihiligo together. That's what makes them such a strong core. So Harrold somehow or rather finding himself in a really tight spot despite a pretty good lead matchup, and it is going to be the Snorlax, so which is although Snorlax matches up pretty favorably against Nihiligo, it's not going to want to deal with that Basso at all, which is one of the few viable fighting types in this format. Slash Bomb going to come off from Nihiligo.
Oh my god, it is a critical hit right there, and because of the Blastoise special attack that it got from killing the Garchomp and the Arcanine, the critical hit will allow it to get a clean one-hit KO. Probably
not even necessary, honestly, since Basso was in a position to get off an attack still, and that would have sealed up the game regardless.
Yeah, but it's still scary seeing that a bulky Pokemon just like Snorlax just going down to one attack.
I really wonder what Harrow's or rather where Harrold messed up was, since he did his game did seem kind of cut out for him right from the beginning with that very fortunate flinch from Rock Slide. I guess he just was really in a really tight spot because of the combination of Nihiligo and Basso. Basso preventing him from standing up Snorlax too conveniently, and Nihiligo kind of preventing him from just plowing through Benjamin's team with everything else on his team. So
I guess this just shows how good Benjamin team is fighting against meta teams such as Harrold 1.
That's true.
Harrold,
that's true.
You know.
Basso and Nihiligo core really showing their strength and synergy together.
Yep. And Bravery and Scarf Garchomp synergy together also.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I think will we have time for an interview with one of them? We should have Benjamin on stream shortly for an interview. We can talk to him a bit about that match, and so stay tuned. Okay, hi everyone. We're back now with Benjamin Tan here, who just won that last set we saw on stream. First of all, congratulations, Benjamin, making it to the top 4 over here. Yeah, what are you expecting out of this tournament anyway? I believe you already have secured your World's invitation. So what are you kind of hoping to achieve here today?
Hoping for a day 2 invite to Worlds, and I was expecting to be like top 16 for this tournament. Yeah, but because there's not enough players for top 16, so it's a bit hard to fight for top 8, especially when I'm actually 0-1 in the first round.
Yeah, but you actually made it to the top 8 here right now, I believe.
Barely.
Yeah, so how far has that put you into your rankings? Because I'm inclined to believe it might be a bit hard for you to actually get that paid invite, since there's so many other strong players sitting atop the Asia Pacific rankings right now, with quite terrifying amounts of championship points, honestly.
Yeah, that's right.
Just look at Melvin and Nelson. They have like 600, 700.
Yep.
It's scary. So what's your current standing looking right now?
Like if I just stop at top 4, it will be 368 plus I think was it 80 for top 4.
And do you intend to attend any other events after this?
Considering Perth regionals.
Perth regionals, I see. Gonna be a bit tight though. That's I believe just 2 weeks from now.
Just considering.
Yeah, I see. So regardless about those games, seems like you got pretty lucky in game 2 and game 3 with Harrold choosing to play that Arcanine matchup and you know, bringing bravery into that situation where he got the Defiant boost.
Yeah, because I think game 1, he was thinking maybe I will not bring bravery, so he was like he caught it and then he lead the Arcanine into my Giga Leaf so that I can't just my Heavy Slam will not OHKO the Tapu Lele, so I have to curse. And I wasn't expecting Power Gem, Life Up Power Gem not to KO the Arcanine.
Yeah, I see there. Then again, Arcanines these days tend to be a bit bulkier though, so
Yeah.
Alan and I were just thinking that perhaps going to Tapu Lele would have been a safer
Yeah.
call, since Arcanine couldn't really do much at that point.
Yeah, it makes more sense for the Tapu Lele to protect because he knows that my main track in the lead was the Tapu Lele, and the Arcanine can't do anything to rock types.
I see, that's
Yeah.
true. If you were aware that Tapu Lele had, was very likely going to protect, because these days Tapu Lele's tend to
Yeah.
run choice specs a lot.
Exactly.
That's a reasonable judgment, I would say as well.
Yeah, and I can survive the Psychic under the terrain, but because I have the Sandstorm. But after looking that he take recoil from the Life Orb, then maybe I could not survive it. So maybe going for a Slash Room would be much better.
I see. Quite interesting though with this particular team of yours. I believe this combination of Garchomp and Bravery, a lot of players have actually decried it on the internet for being a battle spot best of one gimmick.
Yeah.
As we've seen here, it has the potential to completely steamroll unprepared teams or teams that foolishly kind of lead Arcanine to the beginning. As we've seen in Game 2 and some of your matches yesterday.
Yeah.
But I think you're really showing that it's a bit more than just a best of one gimmick and has the potential to work out in a best of 3 format, forcing a lot of very unpleasant situations for teams which pivot around Arcanine.
Yep.
Do you find yourself struggling, having to make very, very tough reads like whether or not to bring Garchomp and Bravery in sometimes?
Yeah, I'm a bit afraid of Porygon 2 because like if they have Porygon 2 together with Scarflele, then my Buzzwole can't do much unless I manage to get their win up.
Yeah, that's true. So, but seems like things are working out just fine for you right now. So, hope that carries on for you, for your sake, and all the best. And we'll see you in your next match up
Thank you,
on
Isaac.
stream.